Another fine morning at another fine morning at the lake. This is the launch where Kristen and I usually put in our canoe, and we paddle up that shoreline behind up to a far point there. If we were to put our heads down and paddle, it's maybe 20 minutes each way, but often we're out for an hour or two. And we've seen so much life along this little stretch of lake here. This morning, the fog, you can't see it. The fog is rolling in from the south, actually. It might roll in here as I'm shooting. But I want to take some time and show you the different ways I carry my camera, because I figured out some things I think make a lot of sense and really help with the different kinds of photography and videography that I do. And I thought this would be a good morning, a good place to do it. And I've got three different ways I carry the camera depending on the circumstance. Two of them you've probably heard of and seen before. The third one, maybe not. And it's the one I use in the canoe on the water, and really works well. So let me walk through three different ways that I carry the camera. Well, the first way is when I'm carrying my backpack when we're out for a hike, typically, although I sometimes have done this in a canoe, is the Peak Design capture clip. And it's probably one of the best single purchases I've ever done. And the idea is that when you're carrying it like this, as opposed to having it in a bag, it's right handy. So when you see something, you can just, kind of pop it off and you're good to go. And you put it back and away you go carrying. And I often will use the chest strap across here just to tighten things up. But it actually works really well. And if you're into walking and hiking, you want to be able to quickly get your camera out, this is the way to go. You see I've got the Tamron 18-300 on here. Works very well with the lens up to about this size. Doesn't work really well for the big lenses, but for something like this, it works really well. When it comes to canoeing and being out on the water, this is the best case, the best way to carry the camera that I found. It's not technically a camera case, it's a binocular case. For hunters, I got it from a hunting store. But basically my little APS-C camera fits in here. It clips, which has been helpful because sometimes I've leaned over and the case is open, it's dropped, but it's clipped in there. And you just pick it up and you're shooting from the canoe. You put it back in, magnetic strap closes it, and it's covered, and it's safe if there's a little bit of rain or anything else going on. The one complication is when you want to put on a life jacket. You can't, most life jackets you can't really put on and close completely around there. That is a concern. You want to be safe. Truth is, Kristen and I typically shoreline. We're usually within a very short distance of the shore. We're usually out in dead calm water. We've been paddling together for many years, since even before we were married, and we've been married almost 40 years. Have never tipped. And I've often said that, if we do tip, it's probably because I've died. But nevertheless, when we do cut across large open water, it gets rough, I put the life jacket on either over this as much as I can, or I even take this off and put it in a bag and do that. But this is an excellent way to carry a camera when you're on the water. And that's why we're able to get so many nice shots we do. The camera, just as with the Peak Design capture clip, the camera's right there. It's just so easy to, open up, pop out, take a shot, put it back, and very efficient, very effective. I love this carrying case. When it comes to carrying the camera with a big lens, this is my Tamron 150-500, one of my favorite lenses, becoming a favorite lens, a big step up for me. The way to go, I think, is the Peak Design slide. It's really very comfortable, nice thick strap. Some people might go towards like the cotton carrier with the big harness on there, and it's a little bit more than I want or need, because I'm typically not doing super long hikes with this, I'll have my 18-300 on, maybe have this in the pack if I want to swap it out. But for just walking along, short little hikes is great. You can take and swap the bracket or the mount around. In some ways it carries nicer when the bracket's on top, but I actually like to often hold the camera like this when I'm shooting. And so I tend to have it this way and just kind of have it off to the side. Sometimes, slide it up like you can with the slide and put it right under the arm, and it works really well. It's really comfortable. And so those three different methods for carrying, they seem to work really well for us for the different kinds of shooting that we do. See, the fog is now rolling in a little bit here. I'm going to actually put the big lens camera on a tripod. There's some ducks going by. There's some shorebirds right here. They've been feeding here for a few weeks. See if I can get some shots and carry on with the day. Let me know what you use to carry your camera, what you use for hiking, what you use in the water. I'm always curious what people use when they're shooting in the water, in a canoe or in a kayak, and how you carry your big lenses. Happy shooting.